Often in the media, you'll hear
bias,
bias. Google defines it as, quote, prejudice in favor of or against one thing, person, or group compared with another, usually in a way considered to be unfair. For news anchors, this is an acceptable definition, as this type of bias gets the most clicks. In other fields, other types of bias occur just as, if not more frequently. A better definition of bias is that bias is incorrectly selecting information based on a subjective judgment. One common type of bias is the so-called confirmation bias. Confirmation bias refers to the tendency of all people, not just your average Joe, to only seek information that confirms their beliefs. Now, one would hope that confirmation bias doesn't appear in situations like law, or an incorrect accusation could get someone the death penalty. Sadly, this is not the case. It probably won't ever be. In 2013, 3 researchers ran a study on cognitive bias in the forensic sciences. They gave 41 experts in fields such as physical anthropology, forensic pathology, and osteology the same skeleton. For various metrics, age of death, and sex, the researchers were split into 3 groups and given context suggesting a particular fact about the skeleton. For sex, the chi-squared value is less than 0.000, a highly significant result. In layman's terms, this means that whether participants were given male or female context heavily influenced their opinions of the skeleton. Looking at the graph for age at death, we can see that the context influenced the normal distribution either way, and with no context, there's still a large range of opinions. This is just one case study for a few fields of science. Law enforcement, people on the street, and scientists need to be aware of this in their own thinking and analyzing the thinking of others.